Rolling.
Aloha, I'm Bob Laudick. I'm a member of the kina'ole chapter of BNI. I've been a member 7 or 8 years in this chapter, and it's been an absolutely great experience for me, and I plan to continue my membership. My membership does come up here shortly in December, and I will probably then renew for 2 years once again. The reason why I joined BNI was to get out and start doing a little networking, something I was a bit unfamiliar with and uncomfortable. I had a friend of mine who was at BNI chapter in California, and it contacted me and said, you know, you really ought to try this thing called BNI. And he hit me up again and again and again, and I never went. So finally one day he says, you're coming to the meeting with me. You're going to be my guest. And so I said, okay, it's only a couple hours of my week. I'll go. And as soon as I went, I got it. You end up having this whole group of people in your own particular chapter that now become a sales force for you. So one of the things I could tell you about BNI, it's not an instant fix to a business. It's not an instant fix to get clients. It can be. You can start getting clients sooner and later. But the whole thing with BNI for me has been more farming rather than hunting. So you're planting seeds and then building the relationship. So you're nourishing the relationship, building the trust, building the knowledge of what you do, teaching others what you do, and learning what others do so you can help them as well. So I get a lot out of BNI, not only receiving business, but being able to give business and pass on some of my knowledge of my marketing experience and how I have succeeded. I get a lot of information from our members as well to educate me, because they get me out of my normal box. They teach me different techniques, different marketing, different ideas, just as I can share with them. So it's been one of those things in my life that has been a bit of a game changer in business. The other thing I get out of BNI, which I absolutely love, is I get to meet with a great group of people every week. Typically we have guests, so I get to meet new people every week, but this gives me the opportunity to build long-term friendships with so many different people. Members come and go, but the friendships remain, and I still receive referrals from members that are no longer in BNI. But those relationships last because you invest a lot of time and energy and just get to know people, and now you have a whole new group of friends. And you know, I get a bit of social activity out as well, because we have activities outside of BNI and parties. So this has been one of these great activities. It's been a bit of a game changer for me. So for me personally, I sell cars. I work at Honda Windward. The average guy at my dealership sells about 10 cars a month. I push 25 to 30, and a pretty typical month, 10% of my business or more comes from BNI. So if we put that in perspective, if some of the guys that don't understand networking were to participate in an activity such as BNI, that would equal quite a bit of their business. So they got 2 or 3 deals, it would be a 20 to 30% increase in their business. So some people just don't get it. Some people don't want to take the time to invest, the time to build relationships, the time to plant the seeds, and then to reap the harvest. You can get an absolute ton out of BNI. It's how much you want to put in, and you will get a ton out of it. So the philosophy of BNI is giver's gain. If you give me business, I'll want to give you business. If you help me, I'm going to be able to try to help you. And that can be socially, could be education-wise, could be learning how to network better, or how to build relationships better. So much can be offered through BNI, and I hope to have some new members in our group this year so we can keep building the relationships and growing all of our businesses. Aloha.